Welcome to part 2 of the Shaq build here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm Jack from Atlantis Water Gardens, and yes, it's still a muddy mess here. It poured torrential rain all day yesterday, so now we've got to begin the task of finishing this pond. We're down the far end of the pond, and this is where our intake skim cove is. We've got our pump vaults here, which house 4 pumps. We've got jets, we've got spheres, we've got waterfalls, and a wetland filter that are all being fed from this station. As far as the pond goes, we've got to finish up this edge of the pond with the rock work. All the wall work that Chris and those guys did looks amazing. We've got Nick finishing up the fire pit over there. That is such a cool addition to the pond. We've got a beach that needs to be finished over on the far side. My focus today is going to be finishing this waterfall. The mud here is just a foot thick. It is such a mess, which makes things very slippery, but this is what we managed to get done yesterday. This is our constructed wetland filter. It has the centipede, the snorkel, and those layer of aqua blocks, followed by the graduations of rock and gravel. Up on top, we built a waterfall coming in. So it's going to just look like a big pooling area. In reality, that is the heart and soul of our pond filter. I love the way these rocks look. That one especially is so cool. Up top here, this is where our whole waterfall system is starting. We got a special sphere right there that Joey Genovese did some customization on. You're gonna see that at the end. But we've got 3 of the Aquascape Stacked Slate Spheres, which is going to be starting at the top of this waterfall, cascading down through here. We're gonna have a stream that goes around into the wetland and then down into our pond. We had scheduled having the finish done tonight to show Shaq, but that rain yesterday really put the brakes on this project. Now we've got a whole nother day. We had to rearrange flights, our houses, everything, so we could stay an extra day to finish this project. So it's time to get busy. This is it. This is the last day we are here. We are going to be having a flurry of activity to finish this pond. We actually got some water in it. We're gonna pump that back out because it's all dirty. We want this to be clean when Shaq finally sees it. We've got landscape plants going on. Got some patio area that's gonna be next to the pond in the treehouse. And we've got all of our edging to finish to make sure that this is going to be completely done and looking fantastic. This is it, folks. This build is completely finished. It looks intense. It's so intense. Now, I promised you guys a tour of Shaq's treehouse. We're gonna do that first before I show you what this team put together out here. This was built by Treehouse Masters, the show on Animal Planet, I believe. And you can see they've tied into the surrounding trees that are in this garden space. Some crazy bracketry and very cool stuff. But this is nestled in between probably 6 or 8 trees. We use the bottom section here, the screened in area, as our command center. We had all our cameras charging in here. Tony worked inside here, and you can see it's a nice little space, totally screened in. There are bugs down here in Georgia. You're gonna want some screening for certain, but the exciting part is upstairs. Beautiful woodwork. Got this cabling for the ballast, looks cool. Come on up the stairs. Shaq's got a cool fire pit going on here, and we've got a Shaq-sized door, because why not? Beautiful poker table, nice leather chairs. Got a bar in here, and of course you got the man himself up on the wall. Got a wraparound deck going around the outside of the back of the treehouse, and this is what we get to see.
Welcome to paradise, your paradise.
This is like when you came out here and met me, we just talked about a little square, and then you showed me something, I didn't see it, and now that I'm seeing the finishing product, it's more amazing than I thought it could be.
Those are carnivorous plants. Insects go down in there, you know, and the plant eats them. That's how it lives. It literally eats them. So they brought those in, and then with the moss in, but it's the little details. It's a lot. It's the decorations in the Christmas tree.
America, is there such thing as carnivorous plants besides the Venus flytrap? Let me know. Okay, well, you're saying.
Standing in front of the waterfall, it's day 4 and it's finished. You could go around the thing and say, I like this part, I like that part, my favorite part is this. There's no way to choose which is my favorite part. I love the beach, I love the intake bay, I love the wall, I like the fire pit. The waterfalls are epic. The Superman ball up on the top. Last night, sitting out here and seeing the shadow that the ball cast against Shaq's house over here was amazing. But if I were to sum it up and say my favorite part of the whole thing was the collaboration of minds that came together. You know, Greg and I were talking this morning, and I said what was so unique is you've got all these past artists of the year, which all 100% deserve it. And I think what's amazing about all of us coming together is that everybody has such a different, unique personality, but because of that, we can work together seamlessly. Everybody knows where their place is out here, and nobody's afraid of getting dirty. Nobody's higher than the next guy or lower than the next guy. There's not a pecking order on this job site. The one thing all of us have in common is work ethic. The work ethic was mind-blowing to me. When we get together, we can create epic, epic things, and more importantly, the memories that come from it.
This was probably in the history of Aquascape, the most coveted build that I think I've ever organized. And I think it was obviously because it was Shaquille O'Neal and everybody wanted to be a part of it. But we only had a few days, and we wanted to make it the very best possible water feature it could be, and we knew without a doubt that if we brought the certified Aquascape contractor artists of the year together, that the results would be what you see here, because these guys all know what they're doing, which is important because we had about everything that possibly could go wrong, from the weather to the materials to the logistics did, and instead of letting anything stop us, we just pivoted and kept moving through it. And as Shaq said, he's never seen men work harder in 3 days and get something done faster than we did, and of course the results speak for themselves.
I had so many favorite experiences on this project, but probably my number one is the fact that I got to bring my son Anthony with me to experience what it's like on one of these crazy builds, turning out something really spectacular like we have. So Ant.
I was expecting something that was going to be big and take up a lot of room, and it was going to be big rocks, you know, all that kind of stuff. But this just blew me away. I didn't expect it to have so much detail and just the sound. It's great.
What was your favorite part of the build?
Probably helping Joey do the spheres up at the top.
You guys worked really well together, and that was such an important piece of this project, because Shaq likes to customize things. You saw it by the door on his treehouse, by his trucks, by his house. So having that Superman logo right there in the middle as he pulls up the driveway, I think he absolutely loves that. So I really loved having you with me. Guys, hopefully you loved this whole Shaq build experience as much as we all did. I had the best time in the world working with my friends who are extremely talented artists, coming together to build something that you just don't see every day. Tell me what you think about this episode and this water feature. I mean, you gotta love it. I don't know what's not to like about it. We sat out here last night and said, let's pick one thing that we want to change, and nobody could pick one thing, and that's a pretty strong testament. Hit that subscribe button. Come on back every week. See you on the next one.
And those fish have been transported all the way, and they're already lateral. And guess what's going to happen? Tonight we think they're going to spawn, and you're going to have 10,000 baby fish.
They have babies in one day?
Well, they will lay the eggs, and then 2 weeks later the fish will hatch, and you'll have baby fish all over here.
I don't want to meet nobody like that.